Good morning, everybody. This is Alee Attoe with Start Your Day the Best Life Way. I do hope if that you're having a beautiful, beautiful start to your morning. And if you want to grab a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or a big glass of water, today we're going to talk about being forward focused and solution oriented. Just quickly, I'm a coach and instructor with Best Life Creation Society, which is a beautiful, incredible mastermind of people from all over the globe who come together just to expand into our most awesome, fulfilled, incredible selves. So this morning, I want to talk about this idea of being forward focused and solution oriented because um, those aren't just words. They really are attitudes or intentions that we can put out to the universe and can make a significant difference in our day-to-day lives. So part of why this came up for me is that I got up nice and early this morning. Very, very excited to start videoing some little sections for a course that I'm doing called Achieving Your Best Life Foundations. Um, I spent time meditating about it this morning. I've been talking the course over with Jen and Dave and Sue. And it just feels really good. I'm really feeling my alignment in doing the course. So I got up early this morning to record and found that my camera wasn't working, my audio wasn't working, all these things kind of came up. And it was a moment where I know in the past, hi Jen, in the past, I could have really let myself, it wasn't even like close to this, but in the past I could have let myself be really discouraged, like, oh, I did all this prep work, I'm ready, and now this isn't working and this isn't working, and when is this going to get done? But because of the beautiful training we have at Best Life and listening to a lot of Abraham recordings and following their teachings, it was just a lot easier, and life experience from the last few years of living this way, it was a lot easier just to stay in solution mode and stay forward focused for a couple of reasons. So one is that I've had a lot of experience both ways. So I've had a lot of experience with trying to find my solution through being discouraged or being angry, and having this like determination that was very mental, like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. Um, and sometimes I would figure it out, but I would feel really depleted afterwards, or because I was so focused on the problem, I would of that problem, and it's just like it's kind of like a house of cards where you tip one thing and then a whole bunch of other things fall down. I've had that too, where it seemed like one problem led to another, which led to another, and at the end of the day, it just was a big heap of mess, big heap of problems. Um, and so I've learned through my life experience that that really wasn't the best way to deal with issues, to solve problems. And I love that the difference that we've learned in Best Life and through the teaching of Abraham is this idea to stay solution oriented, forward focused. So, and kind of with that too, is to treat everything that comes into our experience like we have a choice how we want to think about that, how we want to feel about that, and we can treat it very, very lightly. So, hi Tracy, hi Jen. So this morning, when all the things, seemed to be going wrong with my computer, um, it was a moment to be like, for one, to be like, you know what? The solution is out there. The solution is here and it's out there. And source energy, God, higher power, if you could just guide me to the solution, if you can just help me find whatever, because I'm really not a technical person. I don't know a lot about the inner workings of my computer and the camera program. So I just kept it light and kept it easy. Got on some forums, tried out a whole bunch of things, and really just try to stay in a place of lightness of, you know what, the solution's coming and it's here. I might find it now, I might not, but it's all perfect. It'll all come together. Everything's always working out for me. And then I found a really simple solution. I had to reinstall my camera's driver, and kind of by that time, and then some other things that came up, I didn't actually get very much of my recordings done, but I got a lot of more clarity on how I want to move forward with it in the future. So, it's these moments of when things come up we don't understand, of, being able to stay in that idea that, you know what, I'm going to be light and easy about this. The solution is out there. And that idea of being forward focused. So even just by saying the solution is out there, I'm going to stay in the vibration of the solution, and I'm going to look forward to where that solution is, understanding that it is there. Because I'm experiencing a problem right now, automatically that means that solution already has been created, and it's just up to me to match that solution in my energy and in my vibration, so that solution can come in the way, it might not be the fastest way, in the way that is actually the most satisfying for me and whoever else I'm trying to solve this problem for, or have this thing come together for. Yes, Jen says, this is so awesome, Alee. Everything is always working out for us. Yeah, and this is so great too, guys, because this is something that we get to learn through our life experience. So I can tell you all day about times when something has appeared to go wrong, and through being solution oriented and forward focused, realizing that that thing that seemed like a problem really was a blessing in disguise, because the universe was trying to set me up for something better. The universe knew actually more than I did, understood more than I did, the better thing, that if I waited, or if I felt my way through this seemingly problem, but through this issue, that a bigger, a better feeling, a more comprehensive answer would come. And I'll say, through instructing the Achieving Your Best Life course, that's been my experience over and over again. Sometimes, like today, I wasn't able to get the recordings done. I don't entirely know why, but I found sometimes when there's a delay, it's because there's actually more that I need to learn before something is ready, right? That's happened a lot in Achieving Your Best Life. Some of you I know who are Best Life members have been on that course before. And if you were on it 2 years ago versus last year, it's a completely different course. And it's going to be a completely different course again when it's ready. And all of that has been about, as much as possible, being a vibrational match to where we were, where that course was at the time. But gosh, we just keep growing. We just keep expanding. So the course keeps changing, and being a vibrational match for that, and being solution oriented, forward focused to allow the best to come in, has meant that it's just gotten better and better and better. And we can say that entirely about Best Life as well. We keep getting better and better, pure and pure. Our love, our energy, our ability to move through our lives and create what we want keeps increasing as much as we can. I know, like Jen and Scott and Dave and the other leaders are all about, let's stay solution oriented and forward focused. And then underpinning that is trust. Trust that source energy has our back. Trust that, we may not fully understand even what we've asked for, right? But our inner being, our source, actually knows exactly what we've asked for, exactly what we need, and is bringing those things around for our good. So this is just, it's one of those things that, um, if we wake up in the morning or we're in the middle of our day and we know about different things that might feel like big problems to us. They might, debt or trouble in a relationship or problems at work. If we can shift our focus to everything's always working out for me and the universe has a solution, I'm just going to stay forward focused, meaning that I'm not going to spend a lot of time hashing it out in my mind. I'm sure, okay, maybe I'm the only one who's ever done this, right? Where you replay a scenario and then you think about, well, I could have said this. Like if I was really on it, I would have said this, this, and this, and that would have really shown them, or I wish I'd done this instead, like replaying those scenarios. That's not being forward focused. It can just kind of get you stuck in that feeling and that vibration of that issue, of that thing. And what we want is to step forward into what the universe has for us now, step forward into the solution, which, can mean handing over all those feelings. That's not that you shouldn't feel those feelings if you're having if you're feeling some kind of negative emotion, still feel them and acknowledge them. But my advice would be to partner up with your source energy and say, I'm really feeling discouraged or angry or depressed or frustrated, and I acknowledge that, and I want to just get that out there, but I want to stay here. So I do this so often, guys. I'm just going to hand these emotions over to you and the situation over and try to find something, could be completely unrelated, that makes me feel a little bit better, and trust that the solution is going to come. So I'm going to look forward to other things that I enjoy. I'm going to look forward to some thoughts that, will make me feel better, and trust that the solution will come, because it will. The underpinning of all of this is understanding that really and truly we can let some of these things go, because the universe is incredibly faithful at bringing the solution around to us. Jen says, we're always moving forward and everything is always moving forward into more. Absolutely. So a lot of this too is, when things come up in our life, understanding that it's an opportunity for us to actually gain more, to get more, to feel more, to have more, to be more, whatever it is. And so when we know that, when we have that foundation of trust with source energy, with the universe, when we know that we actually can hand these things over to something bigger than us and that the solution will come, and when we know that all of this is for our benefit, all of this is for our good, all of this is for our expansion, it means that every single situation that comes in our life, whether it irritates us or makes us feel amazing, is to help us move forward into more. And guys, this is just such a wonderful, wonderful way to live, to experience that everything truly is for you. Everything, everything. My computer not working this morning was for me, because it was, again, this reaffirming of the fact that if something doesn't work out the way that I think it's supposed to, it's okay, because the universe has got me. The universe has this course. This universe has BestLife and all the people in it and all you lovely people watching with us. The universe has us. So there's no reason really to stress. There's no reason to worry. It's just staying in that forward aligned flow and learning that knowingness that everything really does work out for us. So with all of this, I'm just going to look at a couple comments here. Hi, Mary. Hi, Espen. Aw, thanks, Jen. Hi, Jenny. Jen says, ask and it is given. The moment we ask, the solution is given. Oh, so true. And I'm going to finish the rest of the second here. So and this is the thing that I find so amazing, is that we can like physically ask, like, oh, universe, and there's a lot of relief in this. God, source, universe, I need help with this. And I know every time I do that, I feel relief. Partially because I'm like talking and admitting and experiencing a feeling, but also because it just feels really good to also remind myself that I have an incredible partner in this life. But even if we don't physically ask, just by feeling what we're feeling and living what we're living, we're constantly asking. We may not. So let's say like someone is really rude to us. Um, we know right off the bat that we don't like it when people are rude. But instead of saying, oh, universe, I'd really prefer if people were nicer to me, you could do that. But just that change in your emotion, we know, like, without having to articulate it, that we prefer people to treat us nicely. That is already sent forward to the universe of, hey, I would prefer this. Now, on our end, if we stay stuck in that feeling of, oh, that person was rude to me, and we start like generating this negative thought cycle of, oh, people are terrible, people are always rude to me, this always happens, this always happens here, this always happens like this, then what we're doing is we've still asked for the thing that we want. It's still out there, and the universe will still answer us, but it's if we are in the right vibration, if we are in the vibration to receive it, right? So if we stay stuck in that negative cycle, the universe could want to bring better people into our path, better situations into our path, because we have genuinely asked. Our job, though, is once we acknowledge those feelings, is to shift out of them, to release that thing over to, like, understand that's been released to the universe, verbalize it if you need to, or think it if you need to, if it brings you relief, but then shift to a better feeling place so that you are a vibrational match, which means you can line up with what it is the universe wants to give you, in the form, in this case, of people being kinder, people being nicer to you, just as one example. So, okay, so Jen says, I didn't even finish what she's saying. Ask and it is given. The moment we ask, the solution is given. We just need to step forward and shift our focus into the solution or what is desired. So, yeah, basically. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to read a couple things from Beautiful Manifest Your Desires. So one of the things Abraham says here is, remember, you live in a vibrational universe, and all things are managed by the law of attraction. And you get what you think about, whether you want it or not, because whenever you achieve vibrational harmony with something, because you were giving it, it's because you were giving it your attention, the vibrational essence of it will, in some way, begin to show up in your life experience. I'm going to read that again because I read it a bit choppily. It says, remember, you live in a vibrational universe, and all things are managed by the law of attraction. And you get what you think about, whether you want it or not, because whenever you achieve vibrational harmony with something, because you're giving it your attention, the vibrational essence of it will, in some way, begin to show up in your life experience. So this is why it is so important to be solution focused when we are able to, because whatever we give attention to, that's going to show back up in our life experience. Abraham says that the biggest determinant of our future is what we're feeling now, right? So if you think about, when you wake up in the morning, especially, what am I giving my attention to this morning? Is it like, oh, I didn't get enough sleep, or, oh, I don't want to go to work? Or is there something else that we can give attention to that will help start our day? That then we're pre-paving, or we're preparing the way to feel more of that emotion we choose for the rest of the day. So this is creating intentionally versus creating by default. I'll read one more. It says, like a magnet, you are attracting thoughts, people, events, lifestyles, everything that you are living. And so, as you see things as they are, you attract more of the same. But if you see things as you would like them to be, you attract them as you would like them to be. This is why the better it gets, the better it gets, or the worse it gets, the worse it gets. People tend to look mostly at what is. So this is that same, oh, I love that quote. This is that same idea of if we can shift our attention to things as we would like them to be. So that's that solution-oriented mindset. We can say, this, yep, I see and acknowledge this situation. My preference is that it goes like this, and focusing on that preference. Now, it might not happen exactly the way that you're saying your preference is. Most likely, if you're able to stay in that place of acknowledging your preference, maybe imagining what it would feel like if it turned out the way that you want it to, most likely the solution will be actually even better than what you were expecting or imagining, because again, the universe is so good at reading desires that we can't even fully articulate yet, and bringing those things around for our behalf. So I think we'll do just a little bit of a meditation on this together. Just seeing if there's any other comments to read. Hi, Scott. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's take a couple breaths together, focus in, and then we can all get started with the rest of our day. All right, so a couple deep breaths in and out. So today, we set our focus forward. And today, we recognize that all the solutions for even the smallest things, the most minute things in our life, to the big things, that the solution is out there, that it really is just energy and vibration. So whether to us, if it seems big or small, it doesn't matter to the universe. Today we set our sights on moving forward, knowing that there is so much more for us when we are forward focused, when we're lined up with feeling good and trying to feel a little bit better. This morning or this afternoon, depending on where you are, we choose to pre-pave the rest of our day. We choose to tune in to feeling good. We choose to hand over anything in our experience right now that doesn't feel good. We just hand it over to the universe and say, can you work on this for me? I'm going to focus on feeling good for now. And we so appreciate our life experience, the chance to learn this, to sometimes, do it perfectly and see the solutions come flying in, and sometimes to forget and understand that, there is such a better way, but understanding that all of it benefits us, all of it teaches us, all of us helps us understand the power that we have to create what we want, and the depth of our partnership with the universe. And so today we rest knowing that everything truly works out for us. We rest knowing that all is well, that we're here to enjoy and experience our existence on this planet. That every time we expand and have fun and come into vibrational alignment, that we're fulfilling our purpose here. And we just choose today to stay present with ourselves, present with source energy, and present with our feel-good emotions. All right. I'm going to look at any last comments. Hi, Angela. I am a magnet. Dream sweetly of what you want your life to be. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Oh, wonderful. All right. So that is it for me today. I will tell you guys, I'm usually on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm gonna come back again tomorrow on Thursday, because I'm traveling on Friday. And then for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be on my Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule as much as I can, but I will be on vacation. So it might be a little sporadic. We're doing a lot of camping with my kiddos and my husband and a lot of driving.